everybody, it's Andy with Deplorable General here, and today I wanted to bring to you a review of the Mardingtop 35-liter tactical backpack. This is the backpack. In full disclosure, we did receive this from Mardingtop to do a review on, but I promise it will not affect the type of review I'm going to give this. I'm not giving this a positive review because they sent it to me. Every bit of this review is based off of my honest opinion of this particular pack. So now that that's out of the way, let's dive into it. So first of all, I'm going to say when I received this pack, I didn't have high hopes for it because I received a couple other packs to do a comparison video on for the Deplorable General TV show on live local TV out of the York, Pennsylvania area. So I received another backpack from Roaring Fire, which I'm going to do another review on, and that was more of a thicker material, like almost more of a canvasy nylon, and this is a lot thinner. So when I felt the two next to each other, I thought that this was going to be, the quality wasn't going to be as good, but I was really wrong. So again, this is a 35-liter tactical backpack, and some of the specs on this thing, let me get it up here so you can see it. So some of the specs on this thing, it is made of 600D polyester, okay? So nylon is going to be your more of that canvasy type material. Polyester is lighter. Now lighter means it's not quite as durable as the nylon is. The polyester is not as durable, but it is a lot lighter, okay? And having packed that other Roaring Fire pack completely and carried it around, the weight is noticeable. It makes a really big difference. So you know, when you're looking at packs, that's one of the things that you want to consider. You want to see what's going to stand up for what you need it for, and is durability going to be a more of a priority than the weight of the pack that you're carrying. That being said, this has turned out to be very durable for everything that I've used it for so far. I've taken this with my kids. We go on hikes every couple of days, anywhere from a mile up to 3 miles. I pack water, I pack towels, food, dog food, all kinds of stuff in this thing, and carry it around with me. It goes with me everywhere I go, and the weight on this thing has really been something that I've appreciated, okay? So it actually has YKK zippers, and for those of you who don't know what that means, YKK zippers are kind of the gold standard in zippers. It's really important when you have a lot of these budget backpacks. The zippers are the one area that a lot of times different companies will skimp, and what ends up happening then is when you go to zip or unzip the pack, the zipper will get stuck, it'll break off. These little holes that the string goes through, the pull goes through, a lot of times those can bend and break off, and you have a lot of issues with the zippers coming off the track, all kinds of issues. Zippers are probably one of the biggest consideration when I'm looking at budget packs in particular, but a lot of budget products that have zippers. That's one area that I'm looking at to take into consideration, because a cheap zipper will almost definitely fail every single time, okay? So eventually. This has YKK zippers. So it's got a hydration compartment. It's got the MOLLE up here and also on the sides. Let's see, it's got on the back, we have a full padded back as well as the same padding in the shoulder straps. The padding is just enough. Now I've had some other packs that have a whole lot of padding, which make it really, really comfortable to carry long term. This to me has just enough. You know, you could always use a little bit more, but again, if we attack it from a weight perspective, I think they did a really good job with adding the padding in the shoulder straps and on the back. You can see it's got these patterns sewn into it here, and that pattern is to help your back breathe while you're wearing it. And again, being out here in the 90-degree heat, usually carrying a baby on a carrier in front of me and this backpack behind, doing 3 miles plus, this thing has been incredibly comfortable to trek around, and I chalk it up to that. There's also a non-removable waist strap that goes right here. The buckles seem like they're good quality. Now, let's see if I can bring this a little closer for you here, but I like these, okay? Again, I've had some cheap products before that have had cheap buckles. Now, these are kind of stubby. The reason that's good is because there's not a whole lot of extra plastic to get caught on something, to get stepped on, and to get broken. These secure very well. They feel like really good quality plastic. I like those. You have the carrying handle or drag handle there in the back. You have these straps up front that you can secure, your bedroll or sleeping bag, whatever, vertically in there. Same buckles, really good quality. And then you have your MOLLE webbing there in the front. On the side here, we have a small pocket on each side. And one of my only gripes about this pack is I would have liked to have somewhere that it's a little bit better to store hydration bottles, not a Camelback, because I try to put my, I guess it's 1 liter Nalgene bottles in these, and because the zipper stops here and it goes all the way down in the front, it doesn't secure it very well in there. So they stick out, kind of puts pressure on this side right here, and too much moving around, and those bottles fall out. So so far that's my only real gripe or complaint about this. That being said, they do make MOLLE compatible water bottle holders, and even some cheap ones. I mean, I've seen them for like $6 or $7 for an NC Star, which is like as cheap as you can get, but still for a water bottle holder, so we could do that if I really, really, really wanted to. I don't, so I make do. Now, the pockets here, we have the side ones that I talked about. We have this small front pocket right here. It goes the whole length of the backpack, and I would say it's probably about 8 inches wide. It's a good front, easy access utility pocket. We have a second pocket here. It opens up about half of the pack. Inside of that pocket, I have a first aid kit stored for now, and then we have this mesh pocket on the inside of that. So, this is going to be to store your miscellaneous stuff that you need to get to a little bit quicker. Maps, maybe, compass, things like that. And then you have your main pocket. Now, the main pocket will unzip to the same spot as the front pockets. If I had a suggestion for improvement on this moving forward, I'd say maybe make that zipper open a little bit farther down. It'd be difficult with these side pockets. It's not a deal breaker to me. I've been able to easily access everything I've put in here. Again, water bottles, towels, map books, dog food, snacks, things like that. I haven't had any issues accessing any of the stuff that I put in there. And just for now, this is a little water bottle for my dog when we take her with us, and no problems in and out. So inside of this pocket we have this space right here, and this is for your water bladder. You have this piece of Velcro that's on the top, and that's to run your water bladder drinking tube through to secure it. And So on the shoulders here, there's that little overlap right there. So your water bladder tube comes up, goes through, and comes right out of your shoulder strap, which is really nice. And then when I've put mine through, what I do is run it down into this loop right here to kind of hold it down in place, and it's a really nice setup for it. Now, my goal in reaching out to these companies for these packs was to do a compare and review different 3-day assault pack style packs, okay? And so the mission or purpose or philosophy of use of a 3-day assault pack should be to be able to sustain a 3-day assault. And I have not found very many packs where it would actually live up to that, to be able to actually store 3 days worth of supplies and equipment in the pack. And I don't want to say that this necessarily meets that requirement. However, Mardingtop does not advertise this as a 3-day assault pack. They advertise it as just a tactical backpack, Mali hiking day packs for motorcycle, camping, hiking, military traveling. So they're not saying that this is a 3-day assault pack. A 3-day assault pack usually falls within the 35 to 45 liter range. And that can be sufficient as far as space goes if it's set up properly, okay? Mardingtop does not advertise this as being a 3-day assault pack. That was what I was hoping to get and do a comparison on. So if that's what you're getting this for, is for a 3-day assault pack, I would say it's probably a little bit on the small end for that. Now, if you packed extremely minimalist and you utilize the Mali attachments here for some extra pouches and whatnot on the outside, it might be able to meet that requirement, but I think it'd be really tough. I did forget. Oh, I forgot 2 things here. So on the bottom, there's a set of straps to affix your bedroll or sleeping bag or whatever too. And then you have another pocket that goes on the bottom right here. I would assume that that's mainly for like a pack cover, like a rain cover for your pack. There's room in there for a lot more than that. You could maybe put a poncho in there, or something on the bottom that you want to easily get to. But I did miss that when going over those pockets. It's just, with something like this, when we talk about the 3-day assault pack theory, the more pockets and the more places where you can kind of keep things organized and shove stuff, the better. You don't want a big giant open pack that you have all kinds of room in, and then when you need your stuff the most, you have to dig through the pack to try to figure out where it is. Having a bunch of these little pockets all over the pack, it really makes up for the lack of overall space and allows you to kind of keep things a little bit more organized and prioritize where you're going to keep different things. And there is really a method when it comes down to packing your packs. And that's something that we're going to cover in another video. We're not going to cover it here. But how you pack your pack is really important. And I think, again, if you needed something to cover a day, maybe 2, I think this pack is really a really good option. Now, packs are really expensive, okay? They can be. There's some really big brands out there that we hope to be working with relatively soon that a pack like this could easily run you $300. So when I was looking at packs to reach out to these companies and ask if they could send me some samples of their products, I was looking in more of like the budget category. And of course, when you scour through Amazon, you're looking down at all the reviews. I try to go on YouTube to see if there are any videos already of this product. And I like to find videos that have a lot of Amazon reviews and not a lot of YouTube videos on, just to kind of bring you some new and fresh content that you may not have seen before. This, I believe, had 1 YouTube video and it had hundreds of positive reviews on the pack itself. And here's the best part: on Amazon, the link's in the description, they're about $35, 36 bucks for this pack. Now I'm telling you folks, that you can't beat that, okay? Like I said, when I received this, I was a little bit leery as to the quality of it. I wasn't sure how well it really was built until I took it out in the field and started using it. And once I did, I found out that I really do enjoy this pack, and I think this is going to be one of my, or maybe it is going to be my new go-to day pack when I go out on my day hikes and go out with the kids or take it about and around. It does have a tactical look to it, so it really wouldn't be a great option for trying to go gray man. But you know, you have your morale patch Velcro up here. You know, you could put your morale patch or unit patch, whatever, up there. Definitely not low profile when it comes down to having a military-esque look to it, but I like it. I think it's cool. It's built really well. The stitching is really good stitching. Overall, folks, I definitely would recommend this pack. So if you're in the market for a tactical backpack, again, I wouldn't necessarily say 3-day assault pack. I would say more 1-2 day pack. I think this would definitely fit the bill. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. All of your likes help us because YouTube actually has algorithms that intentionally do not promote channels like ours. So if you'd like to see more of our stuff, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button and then hit subscribe and hit the little bell notification button down at the bottom there, and then you'll be notified for when we have new videos come out. And then the last thing I want to leave off with is that we are actually getting logistics together for a firearms giveaway. We're going to be giving away a firearm, and I'm not going to tell you what kind it is yet, but it's not going to be a high point. And we're going to have a drawing for it, and the way that you are going to be able to qualify for that drawing is to subscribe to our newsletter. In our newsletter, it's going to be a once-a-month newsletter. In that newsletter, it's going to be one single article written by somebody on the Tactful Tactical staff, and most likely myself. And then at the bottom of the newsletter, there will be links to all of the videos that we publish for that particular month. That's it. We're not going to spam you. We're not going to ask you to buy anything. We just want you to have access to the information that we have, the article, and the videos that we posted, so that way you can watch those videos when you're able to. But the way you enter that drawing for that firearm is going to be to subscribe to that newsletter. That being said, we're going to put the link in the description for that newsletter and for you to be able to subscribe to it. The subscriptions for that firearm giveaway are going to be counted starting today. So if you go on and you subscribe to our newsletter, it's going to come out once a month with one article and a couple of links to the videos that we publish here. You're going to be put in the bucket to be to the drawing for the firearm. And hopefully next video I will have all of the details for you about what firearm that's going to be. So if it's something that you're interested in, you want a free gun, all you have to do is put your email in the box below that you'll find in the description, and you'll be entered to win. That's it. So anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this video. The Mardingtop 35-liter tactical backpack, definitely recommend. Can't beat it for 35 bucks. Thank you for stopping by. Deplorable General, over now.